There are 3 scrubbers on the planet already. America's not the first one at this table. But it also boils down to locations available to build the scrubbers, engineering know-how, and of course the money to do it. So all of those issues together kind of limit where the scrubbers are going to go. As a historical fact, most of the CO2 put in the atmosphere was put in by the United States. I mean, if we go back to 1850 at the beginning of industrialization and we come all the way up to today, then it started out with Western Europe being the biggest contributor of CO2 and methane in the atmosphere. And then the manufacturing shifted to the United States, where it was for 100 years. And then during that 100-year period, with the age of the automobile, we put most of the CO2 into the atmosphere. And then since the 80s, it shifted off to the Chinese world, where the Chinese are no doubt the biggest polluters on the planet today. So in one sense, there are a lot of people involved in this puzzle. There are a lot of guilty parties. The only difference is, in the beginning of the process, nobody knew what they were doing. But now, at this point in time, we all know what we've been doing. So everybody should contribute. But we know from modern news that we're probably going to be at war with China in the near future. It's a totally irresponsible nation in every way imaginable. So even though it's in their best interest to build scrubbers, they're dreaming about global superpowerism. So we don't really expect much help from the Chinese. The West Europeans and East Europeans, of course, they're on board fully. There's no doubt about it. They understand. You know, the Canadians, the New Zealanders, the Australians, you know, Israel, you know, most of the world, we're talking about Africa, we're talking about Latin America, most people who have an engineering team to look at these issues understands that the direction we're taking in America is in fact the way to go.